This is Heather from K2Z. Welcome to this playlist of videos about cult dynamics. Now, normally this workshop would begin with a recap of the white supremacy culture patterns so that we can see how they interact with cult dynamics. However, with this video series, you can watch those videos first and then come into this, so I won't repeat them here. So in the other series, we look at Tima Okun's white supremacy culture patterns, and now we are going to look at Jan Halalich and Michael D. Langoni's, not sure how to pronounce those, cult dynamics off of their work. And so we'll also take time to pause and reflect on what comes up for us when we hear these dynamics being described. So we're not saying that there are cults everywhere, but that the dynamics are present and that can be dangerous. And so we just want to become very literate about this. So one of the dynamics of a cult would be that questioning, doubt, and dissent are discouraged or even punished. I've had lots of experience with this, with particular environmental movements, where questioning the framing of something, questioning the terminology, is seen as being disloyal, and you can be ostracized for it. And we could say that this particular dynamic can show up in families with parents and children. If you don't question me, a parent might say to a child and the child gets hit for it. Well, that's a cult dynamic, because in a healthy family relationship, we should be able to hear people's questions and doubts and criticism with humility, and then want to hear if maybe there's something we're missing we'd never thought of. And so that would be a healthier kind of atmosphere. Have a pause. Could suddenly be thinking about our own childhoods or our own parenting. These are just patterns that turn up. And that kind of pattern goes along with white supremacy culture patterns in paternalism. There's only one right way to do something, so you can't question it. Lots of these patterns play out in cult dynamics. And if you're in the Facebook group, you can go to the unit on cult dynamics and offer your reflections on this particular characteristic and see what other people have written. At the end of the video, there'll be a link to the Facebook group if you're interested. You can also do this workshop live with other people by booking from the website. Okay, let's look at another dynamic. There's a set together. Is there a leader who appears to be the ultimate authority or spokesperson? Are his or her or their views challenged by others? Must the leader's opinion be accepted without question? So, of course, there can be spokespeople, but are they considered the ultimate authority? Are we allowed to question them? Do other people speak for the organization as well? How are they treated? Is there fear around this? Fear is another one of the white supremacy culture patterns, and it's found throughout cult dynamics, as you can imagine. You can think about your organization. Does your organization or workplace or movement or political party have cult dynamics. Doesn't mean they're a cult. Just means there might be these dynamics there which are unhealthy and you need to sort out with other people. Pause. The next set. Is more than one point of view presented? Are there other points of view recognized? Are other points of view seen as valid but different? This would all indicate some healthy dialogue, some healthy understanding of that there's not only just one right way. So we want to see that, people are constantly questioning and working out what's right. And that something that made sense 3 years ago, maybe it doesn't make sense anymore 10 minutes later or 3 years later. How are these different points of view integrated, if at all? Or is there the kind of binary going on, which we'll see turn up again? Okay, pause. Look around. I'm recording this from La Vega, Colombia, and you might hear traffic sounds, but I'm able to look at the Andes Mountains outside my window. It reminds me that I'm not in any particular situation that I found to have cult dynamics in this moment. Okay, let's move on. The leadership dictates, sometimes in great detail, how members should think, act, and feel. To sound really extreme. But you could be in an organization or a movement. This is what we think about this. This is how we act. These are the actions we take. This is the way we're supposed to feel about it. Now, not every organization is a cult just because it has a membership that do share some similarities in this area, right? This isn't us trying to pigeonhole anybody. This is us just thinking critically about this dynamic. Does it play out? Does it play out in a workplace with the boss? Is it playing out in a particular political movement or for a particular cause? Pause and look around. We need to get really good at regulating our nervous systems so that we can think very flexibly and creatively about how to respond appropriately to when we're faced with cult dynamics, white supremacy culture patterns, or anything else. Okay, what is the attitude of the followers towards the leader? Now, I've seen this in Facebook groups, more than one, where when the founder speaks, there's a lot of people praising them. It seems excessively so. When a few people do come in and question what the founder has said, it looks like a lot of people have gone in to comfort the founder and to keep the founder comfortable and defend them. Now, there could be times where that's completely appropriate. but it can also look like the shutting down of critical thinking and dissent is happening. So this is what we want to stay aware of. So when you answer questions, when you ask questions of the leadership or of the organization, are they answered directly, or are they said, oh, go do this, or go start your own group about that? Or maybe you're told time and again to think and to just listen to your heart. And if you care about the planet, you will do this thing, and you won't think about what is the best tactic or strategy. Go into tactics and strategy in the Nonviolence in a Violent World workshop, and you're very welcome to that. Or if you can't attend a workshop, there are videos. And if you're in the Facebook group, there's the guide, which creates a space for people to reflect and think critically about these topics. When you ask questions, are you told that you are too new, too uninformed, too nosy, and so on, and shouldn't be asking such questions? Have a pause and think about it. And I will move on to the next video. So please check out the links to the Facebook group or to the website if you wanted to book a live workshop. And also if you want to read the blog, etc. Okay, see you in the next video where we'll continue with these cult dynamics.